Hi guys, thanks for joining me again. And if you're new to my channel, my name is Anne, and on my channel, I review foreign international content. I like to say we travel around the world sitting on our couches. So a foreign show is something you have never explored or looking into exploring, please give it a chance. There is so much content out there, and believe me, you will not regret it for trying it. So like I said, we travel around the world and we are enjoying foreign content. And today we're back again to one of our favorite countries, South Korea. If you've never watched a K-drama, you are missing out, okay? And I'm just warning you, I'm giving you a disclaimer. They're addictive. You will get addicted to K-dramas. They are so good. That's why you're not surprised they're being nominated for Oscars. There is something there, people. And to my Korean friends joining me today, 안녕하세요. Thank you so much for joining us. See, that is the other reason why we watch foreign shows, is that you learn a lot of things. You're learning language, culture, food. I mean, it's just freaking fantastic. So please do yourself a favor and watch foreign show as much as you can. We love Hollywood, don't get me wrong, but there's so much other content out there. So please do give yourself a chance to watch a foreign show. And please, if you new to my channel, I do encourage you to subscribe, turn that notification button on. It does help my channel, and you'll be notified the next time I'm reviewing another excellent foreign show. So let's get to it. This was so good. It was a good find. It's on Netflix. Netflix has a lot of excellent foreign shows from all over the world. I mean, think of any country, there's a show on Netflix. So really, you could just go crazy. So yeah, this one is streaming on Netflix. Actually, it just finished airing. So now if you are one of those people who like to binge watch, all the 16 episodes are there. It's 16 episodes long. And I just loved it. It's called Hello Me. And when you first see the title, you're like, what do you mean, Hello Me? And then obviously when you watch it, you're like, oh, that makes sense. Anyway, the story is told about this lady, and that's her right there, her older self, who's being played by this actress who I just love. Her name is Kang-hee. And it's one of those stories about an underdog that rises up. If you love an underdog story and then there's a rise up, oof, I love those. And this is one of those stories. So when we meet her, she's coming off as this meek lady who, you know, seems like life has been tough and we're not sure why. And she's really having a hard time keeping a job. We find her, she's working in a grocery store, where she's one of those people, you know, when you go to the grocery store and they're giving food samples. So she's doing one of those things where she's giving out snacks. They make her wear this costume, sweet costume, and she has to do this really crazy dance, which was so much fun. And you guys can tell me when you watch it who loved the dancing. That was really funny. The way she dances, she's so funny. And then when she goes to work for this company of the snacks that she's selling, the job has this exercise thing that they do I believe it's every morning before everybody starts working, which it's interesting that in Korea, they're so obedient and they're all just like, oh, they're just up and down and clapping and feet kicking and everything just to get their blood going. And I'm thinking here in America, people will be like, we're gonna do what now? But anyway, I loved it. And the way she would dance was so funny. But yeah, let me know if you really loved, I loved that part. I thought it was really, really fun. But anyway, so when we find her, she can barely keep a job. We also find out that she's estranged from her family. And we're also told something happened to her father. And the reason why I believe she's become who she is and why she's estranged from her family is because whatever caused the death of her father, she was involved. And so this has created a person who, by the way, was shown when she used to be younger. What this was this pretty girl who by the way, is being played by this character, and she was so good. And her name is Lee Ree, R-E. And so she was like a popular girl in school and very good looking and was full of energy. And people are like, she's gonna be like, she's gonna take over the world. And then obviously when we meet her, it's her, and she's become very meek and no confidence. And it's like, what happened? So anyway, the story is almost told like we meet her first, and then they go, they go back and kind of tells us what happened to her. And so what we find out obviously is that obviously her dad had passed away, and because she was involved with why he passed away, you have to watch to find out why, there's that guilt that builds in her, and she just loses herself. She becomes this meek person. And so it was almost, and you have to keep watching to see what happens is her younger self, the young girl, comes to visit her. So it's almost like you're that age, and then your younger self come to visit you, and you're just like, whoa, whoa, whoa. First of all, what are you doing here? And then second of all, it's like she's looking at her like, you are me? Like, how did we get here? Like, what has happened to you that has caused you to be this? We used to be like cool and popular, and you look like, what is wrong? So it's almost like she came and almost like reminds her of who she used to be. And as the story progresses, we find out why the younger self comes to the older self. It was a gift, and you have to find out who the gift was from, because that was so touching. But anyway, as she comes and she stays with her, she starts to be like, come on, we're better than that. Let's do this. Let's do that. Look at your hair. What kind of clothing are you wearing? Like, she helps her start to get her mojo back to where she's like, that's right. She gets a better job. And when she goes to work for this company where she actually is working for this company of snacks that she used to love, that her dad used to buy her. She's an excellent worker. She meets the boss of the company, who is excellent, and then the son of the boss, who is being played by, and I love this actor, Young-kwamg. He's almost like that rich boy who is spoiled, and his dad owns this snack company, and he just hasn't grown into like the responsibility that it comes with a company like that. So his dad is teaching him a lesson, so he cuts him off as far as money, and he has to find a job. He ends up working for the father's company, but he is in the kitchen, and he was so good. And the women who he worked with in the kitchen just love him, because he was a hard worker. He learns to be a hard worker, and this whole time they don't know that he's the son of the guy who owns the company, but he's keeping it all down low. And then obviously he also meets her, because they work in the same company. They become good friends, and as the story goes back, really it becomes interesting, because you find out that they all kind of live in the same neighborhood, and they had all met somehow. And then the other character they also put in, who I thought was really good, was Hyun-suk. He's Anthony. He's a celebrity, and we found out, and by the way, I'm not sure if that's how his face looks in real life, but it's like, whoa, buddy. He had the classic face of like when you've had too much Botox on your face, but totally looked like a celebrity, right? And so we found out that he was also good friends. Well, he used to know Kang-hee, and really actually kind of loved her. But obviously, they lost touch. And then he's become a celebrity, although he used to be a bully at school. But because he became a celebrity, he went and had plastic surgery on his face, and changed his name. So kind of did not know each other. But in the process of the whole thing, they also meet. It was just, there was so much going on, and it was so good. It was almost like a reunion of kids you went to school with. The other person that we found out was that she worked for, who ended up being her boss, was the character of Kim Yoo-mi, and she used to be her best friend at school. And it's like when she meets her, she's like, wait, that's you? What happened to you? Even her best friend is like, you were supposed to be like, all that. But anyway, her old self comes to visit her. It's almost like to remind her, like, we've got to get back to who we used to be. And obviously there has to be some forgiveness that has to happen based on what happened to her father. But it was such an excellent show. It was so good to see like how she comes from crazy hair, meek looking, to hair's looking good. She's confident. She does a good job. Everybody loves her. Everybody wants to be her friend. In the beginning, nobody wanted to be her friend. And it was just an excellent story. I really encourage you to watch it. There's a lot of like funny moments. There's a heartfelt moment from her story with her sister, her mom, her grandma, the story of her dad. It's just all around good old-fashioned show of an underdog rising up. I just totally love it, and I thought it definitely worth a review. And if you watch it, you will not be disappointed. It's one of those shows when you finish watching it, you just are like, you feel happy. You've ever watched something and you're just like, oh, this is uplifting, it'll make you feel happy and good. So it definitely worth the watch. Like I said, it's on Netflix. It's called Hello Me. And obviously you got to watch to see the reason why her older self came to visit her in her present life. So that was interesting. The other part I thought that was interesting was, because she's come from her past, she has to go back. If she has to go back, can she change the future? Which was interesting, right? Like, if that was to happen, would you want to change some things? And you have to keep watching to see if that's a possibility or not. But anyway, I just wanted to jump on here and say this is another one worth our watch. Please do check it out. I want to thank you for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe, turn that notification button on, and I'll see you again when I'm reviewing another excellent foreign show. Deuces.